In a stunning turn of events, a new wave of controversy is threatening to engulf South Africa's ruling party. Revelations emerging from leaked intelligence reports and investigative findings suggest that the African National Congress (ANC) may have been covertly receiving funds from foreign intelligence fronts. These allegations, if proven true, could dismantle not only the credibility of the ANC but also shake the very foundations of South Africa's political stability. For decades, the ANC has presented itself as a movement driven by liberation values, resilience, and the spirit of African self-determination. Yet, critics are now questioning whether the party's financial lifelines have been quietly propped up by entities with agendas far removed from South Africa's democratic aspirations. According to whistleblowers and documents shared with investigative journalists, several offshore accounts linked to intelligence cover organizations have been identified as possible conduits for funneling money into ANC operations. The revelations paint a troubling picture. What initially appeared to be donations from friendly international organizations or solidarity partners now carry the shadow of clandestine deals, hidden motives, and foreign manipulation. Intelligence experts warn that the use of front companies and shell organizations is a well-documented strategy used by state and non-state actors to exert influence in regions they consider strategic. South Africa's position as a gateway to the African continent, combined with its mineral wealth and global influence, makes it an irresistible target for such covert operations. Reports suggest that these funds were not merely charitable contributions. Instead, they were carefully designed to influence ANC policies, shape leadership contests, and ensure that foreign interests had a seat at the table when critical decisions were being made. Some analysts point to the ANC's controversial stances on international conflicts, its silence on certain authoritarian regimes, and its shifting economic alliances as possible signs of external pressure. Within the ANC itself, the mood is reportedly tense. Senior officials have scrambled to downplay the reports, dismissing them as fabricated propaganda aimed at destabilizing the party. However, insiders claim that behind closed doors, there is growing panic. The possibility of international investigations, particularly by watchdog organizations and financial regulators, could expose not just financial irregularities but also implicate key leaders in potentially criminal conduct. The opposition has seized the moment. Figures from the Democratic Alliance, DA, and Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, have demanded a full parliamentary inquiry, insisting that South Africans deserve to know who is truly funding their ruling party. Questions are being asked: if the ANC's survival has been tied to foreign intelligence money, how independent has its governance really been? Have policies on mining, land reform, energy, and foreign relations been shaped by the will of the people, or by the hidden hands of those who bankroll the party's inner circle? For ordinary South Africans, the scandal feels like yet another betrayal. With unemployment soaring, corruption scandals piling up, and trust in government at an all-time low, the idea that foreign intelligence agencies may be pulling strings adds fuel to a fire of public disillusionment. Civic groups have called for urgent transparency reforms, demanding that all political parties disclose not only their donors but also the origin of international funds, no matter how indirect. Global reaction has been swift. International watchdogs and diplomatic circles are quietly assessing the implications. If substantiated, these revelations could put South Africa under immense diplomatic pressure, particularly from Western governments wary of covert interference from rival powers. Analysts note that this could also affect investment flows, as foreign companies might reconsider involvement in a country where political leadership could be compromised by shadowy deals. The ANC, once a symbol of resistance and liberation, now finds itself painted in a different light, one of vulnerability, secrecy, and questionable allegiances. Whether this scandal becomes a passing controversy or the trigger of a political earthquake will depend on the strength of the investigations, the courage of whistleblowers, and the resolve of South Africans to demand accountability. For now, The ANC's foreign ties have been exposed, and the world is watching closely.